been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. Hot or cold, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it. What's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with a topic session. And we're here with my friend, Miss Jodie Blum, a great lady. And today we're going to talk about philanthropy. You know, this is her thing. This is her niche. This is what she does. And so, you know, in highlighting her, just wanted to give her opportunity to kind of go a little deeper. You know, we did an interview, but that wasn't enough, y'all. So we had to we had to go deeper on some of these topics that she's passionate about. But first, Jodie, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me on the Success Chronicles and to dive deeper with this topic session.
Thanks. I appreciate having the opportunity. It's, you know, obviously something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah. Well, before we dive into the topic, just kind of give us a brief overview of kind of what you do so they have an idea. You know, some of them may not have caught the other deal, but just kind of let them know what you do and where you are.
Sure. So from a career standpoint, I'm the CEO and founder of the Collective Social Impact Agency. We're a 360 agency that provides philanthropic advisement and management. So everything from literally building and running a foundation in its entirety, brand identity, board governance, program development and implementation, to a lot of brand partnerships, talent integration. The niche really of my 25 plus career has been working with high profile artists, athletes, entertainers, and brands. So with that, there's a lot of nuances on our clientele in, you know, the creative, innovative aspects that we really build around their philanthropic giving and legacies. A lot of content curation and campaign building just to really maximize awareness around, you know, specific topics.
That's so cool. Just as I, just hear you talk about like all of those different things. First off, it makes me tired. But secondly, it makes me like just think how cool is it to live a life to do things that you absolutely love like that, right? And do things with people that absolutely love what they do, right? So the passions are together, which makes for some exciting times.
Right. It really is special to work with individuals that, you know, have platforms and voices that you can really harness to, you know, for the greater good, and as well see them live a life in a professional career or a brand within themselves, but also know how important it is to really, you know, give back and lift up the communities that they come from or certain issues that they're really passionate about, and have the ability to do that and work with them, you know, really as an expert in making sure that it lives up to their standards and the brand that they represent kind of on the outside. Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, you know, that gets us to our topic today, you know, philanthropy. Why do you feel it's important to do philanthropy or to be involved with philanthropy?
I feel that it's intrinsically important, right? It's what helps our communities, it what helps our neighbors, it what helps the world. I think we all have a responsibility being on this planet as a human to do something, even if it's just be kind to somebody during the day.
Jodie.
But in a bigger space, I think I always resolve back to 5 core issues of philanthropy where impact really is sustainable change in our evolution as humans. One is, I think philanthropy is important when it comes to addressing social issues. That could be poverty, inequality, education, healthcare, the environment. I mean, there's thousands of different, social issues that without philanthropy would really not be addressed as much from a global perspective. So that's one pillar. The second pillar is the reduction of inequality. Philanthropy helps bridge the gaps, not just socioeconomically, but for underserved, underrepresented communities globally. That really is a financial and communication bridge in that space that we see on a daily basis. The third pillar I like to kind of reference to is community development. Wherever we are, we know that, government infrastructure is limited, and our neighbors and our communities need a lot more support. And individually, professionally, and personally, everybody has something to give. Whether it's, time, whether it's an idea, whether it's actual financial contribution, but that's really how we uplift communities, across the world, is through philanthropy. Another big one, most people, I think, kind of go back to, or not go back to, but reference as an automatic, what charity or philanthropy attributes to, is aid, right? If there's a devastating natural disaster, or there's an emergency and everybody comes together to contribute and help out, those that need it in those times. So that's kind of a specific time space one.
Yep.
And then the last one I always like to speak about is research and innovation. Philanthropy drives advancing research in science and technology. Without the funding, we would be a lot more limited in how far we progress. So those are the 5 pillars I like to speak about, in other spaces a lot more in depth, but I'll leave it kind of, at a 30,000 foot level, so people can really digest how they can give back and possibly what resonates the most with them.
So, you talk about those 5 core pillars. What are, maybe a couple endeavors that you have been involved in that's been cool stuff to you? That's an inside joke.
Right. Personally or professionally, or both?
How about one personally and one professionally?
Okay. Personally, I think when it comes to seeing on the humanitarian aid side, I was very involved in the immediate resource and aid after Hurricane Katrina. I actually took a hiatus from what I was doing and moved down to New Orleans, which is now my adopted hometown. And I'm a diehard Saints fan, who dat forever. But really seeing the community on the ground and the global community come together for such just an absolute tragic situation, and the spirits of people and just their unresolving nature to we're gonna come back was incredibly moving for me. And I grew up in Florida where we have hurricanes, but that situation affected me forever. I mean, it definitely changed me as a person for forever. So, and then professionally, my gosh, I've worked on hundreds of different causes. When it comes to where philanthropy can advance and is advancing, I think technology is a huge one, especially in how we think about philanthropy, especially now in a technological era. And, for one example, during COVID, I think people that work in philanthropy had to reimagine and reinvent the entire system on the fly, which I found it incredibly beneficial, because I always try to be innovative with the clients I work with, because like I said before, the nuances, I might have 2 days of an entire year of their attention or of their time. So how can I be creative to really maximize, the power of who they are and what they can do for what means the most to them? So technology has always been a big player in that, especially, with the platforms of social media and content creation and things of that. But going back to COVID, there wasn't the traditional galas or traditional fundraising events. And I think that flipped the script on the industry as a whole, and in a very positive way. People had to really rely on progressive ideations of, building out campaigns and fundraising models in new ways. So I love that. And in another pillar, as far as cause related initiatives, mental health is really a huge one on my table. I have a number of clients that work in that space, and it's everything right now. I've, worked on a lot of healthcare issues, a lot of educational issues. So those are just a few.
Okay. All right. So what would you suggest others to do to get involved with, philanthropy?
Yeah, I love that. I feel I look at our society as a culture, a circular culture. One might say the world goes around because, we all help each other. But in a circular culture, you want to maximize resources. You want to foster innovation. You want to really be collaborative. And that's what, I think humanity and philanthropy intersect. Everyone has a unique gift or something to share. Even if it's your story, that could be a philanthropic moment where you're giving back to someone or something because it's relatable and it inspires someone else. So it could be as simple as that. So again, understanding your unique gift and resources. It's not all financial. Obviously, organizations on the ground, organizations that are providing all of these resources always need the support financially and, ways to give. If you're part of, a large company that can initiate, a movement within and internally and externally, from a corporate messaging standpoint, that carries, really, really far. Collaboration is key to really, again, harness messages and make sure that proper messaging is front face, and a priority. I think we see that every day where, what people are saying is not always true. So to make sure that, there's responsible messaging is really important. And volunteering in your community, really seeing what is needed, just to give people, insight. It's not always about large legacy gifts or estate planning when it comes to philanthropy. It can just be day-to-day, acts of service.
I love that. Well, as we close, I'd love for you to get an opportunity to share with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love with all the amazing things you got going on.
Thanks. You can follow us on Instagram at Collective Social Impact. And our website is The Collective. There's a hyphen between the O and the L, .com.
Well, there it is. Jodie, again, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out and, just sharing your amazing experience that you've been blessed to have throughout your life. So thank you for sharing that.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, thank you guys for checking out this topic session. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.